Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is your English class and I'm your subject teacher Fazia Naz. Today a grammar topic has been selected for you. We have to start with the use of tenses. What the tense is actually. You need to understand that why we people study tenses in grammar. The word tense, it is derived from the Latin word that is tempus and it means time. And verb, it indicates the time of an action, event or condition by changing its form. You can well understand when you people have the sentences, and through the verb you people will come to know about the time of an action, of an event or condition by changing its form. The verb tense may also be categorized according to the time frame, as you people most of the time talk about the present tense, future tense, past tense. These are actually the categories which are done according to the time frame. Present time, we will when there is a present time, we will say that this one is a present tense. When we talk about something that has happened in the past, that will be the past tense, and with the future, what comes ahead. So present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated and recurring action or situation, and it can also represent a widespread truth. Where we have to use present tense, जहाँ पे आपके अनचेंजिंग, रिपीटेड और रीअकरिंग एक्शन होते हैं या सिचुएशंस होती हैं, और जहाँ पे जो है वो मतलब यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ की बात होती है, देयर यू पीपल हैव टू यूज़ द प्रेजेंट टेंस. पास्ट टेंस इज यूज्ड और इट एक्सप्रेसेस एन एक्शन और सिचुएशन दैट वाज स्टार्टेड एंड फिनिश्ड इन द पास्ट. कोई भी ऐसा एक्शन दैट had been started in the past and had been finished in the past, that will come in the past tense. And then the future tense expresses an action or situation which will occur in future. Then these tenses, present, past and future, is further divided into four different types. There are four different aspects, that is indefinite or simple, continuous or progressive, perfect or perfect continuous tense. So over here you can see in the form of this verb that verb tenses are divided into present tense, past tense and future tense, and each according to the time, as people have categorized it into three forms. These three forms are further divided into sub branches, that is present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite. Similarly, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, then present perfect, past perfect and future perfect, and at the end present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. So if we describe these tenses, like over here you can see that present indefinite tense, it describes an action but do not state whether action is finished or not. So continuous और progressive जो tense होता है वो describe करता है unfinished और incomplete action, as the word itself shows. Progressive के ऐसा action जो कि अभी finish नहीं हुआ, that is still incomplete. Then perfect, that shows a finished or complete action, and perfect continuous, as it is the combination of perfect and continuous, that is a complete and incomplete tenses. So it describes an action which was in progress and then finished. You can see over here the rules which are set in the grammar in order to make the tenses. Like simple present tense, if you want to make a sentence on simple present tense, this rule you people have to follow. You, with the subject, you will use first form of a verb, and with first form of verb you will have to use s or es, right? Then like he eats, subject, eat is the verb, and we will use first form of verb of eat, that is eat. As we have used he, third person pronoun, then we have to use s with eat. He eats, right? Then progressive present form, with the subject we will use is, am, are according to the pronoun, then first form of a verb, then ing, means fourth form of a verb will be used. Then present perfect form we will use has and have with respect to the pronoun, then third form of verb. And with perfect progressive form we will use has, have, been, and first form of a verb plus ing. So you can see in this table the present form structure, the past form structure, and future form structure. Then you can see over here, as we have set the rules for the use of present indefinite tenses, where we can use present indefinite tense. It is used to express a habitual action. आपकी कोई हैबिट है, आपका कोई habitual action है, in order to express that habitual action present indefinite is used over there. जैसे he takes milk every morning, this is the habit of a person. So with this habit you will use first form of verb with s or es. I get up every day at 5 o'clock. तो आपने क्या किया, this is your habit, and in habitual action you have to use simple present form. And what is that simple present form? That is get up, first form of verb. My watch keeps good time, right? It's a routine, so keeps first form of a verb with s. Then to express general truths, second thing that we talked about the present indefinite tense, that it is used where we have the general truths. जैसे the sun rises in the east, honey is sweet, fortune favors the brave, honesty is the best policy. So these are the general truths which is in which we have to use present indefinite tense. In exclamatory sentences beginning with here and there, right, that is to express what is actually taking place in the present. Here he comes, here comes the bus, here she goes. So with these exclamatory sentences which are used, which begin with here and there, you have to use present indefinite tense. Then in vivid narrative, a substitute for the simple past. For example, Sarab now rushes forward and deals a heavy blow to Rustam. Immediately the Sultan hurries to his capital. It's a vivid narrative, वाज़े किस्म की जो है वो बात बताई गई है. और instead of the simple past we will use present indefinite tense over here to indicate a future event that is the part of a plan or arrangement. आपने एक प्लानिंग कर ली है, but that planning is going to happen in the future. So this planning will be explained in present indefinite form. We go to Bombay next week, they leave for London by next mail. मतलब होना तो ये काम फ्यूचर में है, लेकिन फ्यूचर में होना है, but it is planned now, that's why we will use present indefinite tense over here. It is used to introduce quotation as well, like Keats says, कीट्स ने जो कहा बहुत पहले कह दिया, लेकिन कोटेशन को इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए वी विल यूज़ प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस. Then where we have to use present continuous form. It is used for an action going on at the time of speaking, like she is singing, the boys are playing hockey. मतलब what is happening now, that is the progressive or the continuous tense is used over there. For a temporary action which may not be actually happening at the time of speaking. I am reading David Copperfield, but I am not reading at this moment. Right? Like nowadays, it is in my routine that I am reading David Copperfield, but at the time of saying I wasn't reading that book. Right? So for a temporary action which may not be actually happening at the time of speaking, for an action that is planned or arranged to take place in near future, like I'm going to cinema tonight, that has not happened, that is not in progress, but this will happen in the near future. My uncle is arriving tomorrow. We use present continuous with an adverb, like always, continually, constantly. Like my dog is silly, he's always running out into the road. Then where we have to use present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to indicate completed activities in the immediate past. Just say he has just gone out. You have just read the book. It has just struck 10. That has been completed in near past. To express past actions whose time is not given and not definite. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? I have never known him to be angry. That is to express past actions whose time is not given and not definite, that one this thing has happened. So to consider past events which we think more of their effect in the present than of the action itself, like Gul has eaten all the biscuits. This was an event um, whose effect is actually felt in the present, but the action it has happened. I have finished my work, so I am free now. To denote an action beginning at some time in the past and continuing up to the present moment. So it also used where an action it has started in the past and even it continued up to the present moment. I have known him for a long time. He has been ill since last week. We have lived here for 10 years and we have not seen Panama for several months. The following adverbs can be used with the present perfect tense like just, often, never, ever, so far, till now, yet, already, since. Phrases this week, this month. Present perfect is never used with adverbs of past time. We should not say, for example, he has gone to Calcutta yesterday. In such cases, the simple past should be used. He went to Kolkata yesterday. ये yesterday है, ये आपके पास adverb है, adverb of time, and that was adverb of past time. So we will not use with this adverb of past time present perfect tense. Either we can say that he went to Calcutta yesterday, and with the remaining adverbs you can see just, often, now, never, till, yet. These all actually representing the present tense, the present situation, the present time. So with all these adverbs you can use present perfect tense. Then present perfect continuous tense is used for an activity which began at some time in the past and still continuing. He has been sleeping for 5 hours. Activity has been started in the past but it still continues. They have been building the bridge for several months. They have been playing since 4 o'clock. So it is sometimes used for an action already finished. In such cases, the continuity of activity is emphasized as an explanation of something. Why are your clothes so wet? I have been watering the garden. Like an action had already been finished, or the activity continuity of the activity is emphasized as an explanation of something. Thank you very much, students. This is the use of the present tense that you people have learnt, that present is used where in our daily sentences. So you people have to practice the use of the present tense in different sentences according to the rules. Thank you.